the signing of Torii Hunter. I don't know, a shock necessarily through baseball, but a nice return and a good piece for the Twins going into this year.
Yeah, I mean, it was a surprise for them a little bit. I don't think people thought that Torii Hunter was going to sign with a team that wasn't really in contention the last few years. I think Torii Hunter has been kind of chasing a ring here with Detroit the last couple of years. So in a sense, it was a surprise, and it was a big pickup for this club. The Twins needed an outfielder, guy who had some power from the right side, and on top of it, this is one of the better veteran leaders in baseball. The Twins have a very young team. He'll be a big impact in that clubhouse, teach some guys like Aaron Hicks maybe to play the game the right way. So it's definitely a big signing for the Twins.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the personality aspect of it, right? Because it seems to me like that was a large part of the motivation to bring him in.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, this team's very young. Obviously, the veteran of the team right now is Joe Mauer, but he's more of kind of a quiet leader. Whereas Hunter, as we know, definitely is more of the vocal guy. Kind of rallies some of the guys in the locker room. And some of the new coaches they brought in the same thing. Eddie Guardado, new bullpen coach, was kind of famous for all of his antics in the clubhouse as a player. Another great guy. So I think that's kind of the nice thing this year is the clubhouse should be a better atmosphere. Paul Mauder was saying yesterday in his big press conference here at the first day of the winter meetings that the clubhouse has kind of changed over the years. But it's good to have a guy like Hunter who kind of knows how to kind of police things and kind of be the elder statesman for the Twins.
It kind of changed. There's a lot of change right now. And you mentioned Molitor. This is his first winter meetings, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And you got a chance to talk to him a little bit yesterday. What are his impressions and goals here in the early stages?
Well, it's kind of nice for him to get a chance to sit in on these meetings here, sit with Terry Ryan and his staff. He sat there with the agents. He can kind of see who the Twins are after, offer his input on who he'd like to have, what kind of tools he'd like to have at his disposal, whether it's another outfielder or he needs bullpen help. Starting pitching obviously is a huge, kind of key here, what the Twins want the most, their top priority. But, yeah, and Molitor is just a guy that's been around the game for a long time, but this was the first time in a clubhouse last year when he was a coach for more than 10 years. And he just said the clubhouse kind of atmosphere to him was different than he remembered it. So he kind of wants to bring some of that back. He mentioned early on maybe even banning some of the devices like iPhones and iPads. I don't think he's going to go that far, but I do think he wants the clubhouse to be a little more lively this year.